Yo, what's up? It's Superstar Kiki. I'm back. I hope everybody good. Y'all know I'm good. Um, all right, so it's gonna be a story time. You know what I'm saying? A story time about, a little peek into my life, growing up and all that. You know what I'm saying? So let's see, where do I start? Well, some of y'all might not know, because I don't think I've mentioned this in any of my previous videos, but I was adopted, you know what I'm saying, by my stepdad's mom, you know what I'm saying, my grandmother. And I was adopted as an infant when I was like about three, about 3 months old. And it was, let's just put it like this. It was a very fortunate thing for me and for my grandmother, because my grandmother always wanted a daughter. You know what I'm saying? So she got her wish, and she pretty much manifested me in her life. She said she always wanted a daughter. She had two sons, which my stepfather and my uncle, those are her only two kids until she adopted me, which was her girl. You know what I'm saying? She finally got her girl. And so when she adopted me, she told me that she told my birth mom that, you know, make sure that this is really what she wants to do, because she wasn't going to give me back. She was like, when I fall in love with her, I'm not giving her back. So make sure that that's what you want to do before you do it. So my mom decided to go ahead and allow my grandmother to adopt me, you know. And later on, she decided, you know what I'm saying, that she wanted to give me back. But my grandmother already told her that that wasn't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? She had already, you know what I'm saying, got the paperwork done and all that. It was already, you know what I'm saying, in black and white and paperwork. You know what I'm saying? She already went to the judge and everything. So that was that. But my grandmother, she was a very, like, fair person. Put it like that. She was very fair. And she didn't want to take me away from my birth family. So she would bring me around them. She would take me over there, to my grandmother, my mom's house, and take me to my mom's house, and take me around some of my cousins and some of my aunties and things like that, because she wanted me to know who my birth family was, right? Which is fair. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And when my stepdad and my mom were together, you know what I'm saying, this was pretty much before I was born. You know, my grandma, the one who adopted me, and my mom were really close, you know, and because she was dating her son, right? So my grandmother used to do a lot of nice things for my mom. She used to take her on trips, do all kinds of nice things for her, and okay, so that's, you know what I'm saying, that's that part, right? But when they broke up or whatever, after I was born and everything, you know what I'm saying, things changed, you know. Um, as I got older, things started changing. Like, I noticed things were changing, you know what I'm saying? And my mom had a very jealous spirit. My birth mom had a very jealous spirit in her. And looking back on it, I'm seeing where a lot of it stemmed from. I'm seeing that a lot of this jealousy stemmed from the fact that when my granny got me, things changed with their relationship. You know what I'm saying? They weren't as close. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom started getting jealous of how my granny would treat me, how my granny would spoil me, and she hated me for that. My mom hated me. I just, it was obvious. She would pretend like she loved me, but she really didn't. She let jealousy take over her spirit. That's when it started. You know what I'm saying? Her hate for me and just her hate for my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? It automatically became just craziness. So I have two brothers, you know what I'm saying? An older brother, younger brother. And I know that we have, our differences growing up as far as with me and my big brother. My little brother, we didn't have really no differences like that. Plus my little brother didn't come on the scene until I didn't even know I had a little brother until I turned like what, probably like 5 or 6, maybe 7 years old. And he's just a year younger than me. That's when I found out I had a little brother. My grandmother helped my mom go and rescue my little brother because she gave my little brother up to his dad. And that's a whole nother story. I'll probably get into that another time, but that's pretty deep too. But up until I was like 6 or 7, all I knew was I just had a big brother, right? And he's just a year older than me. And he used to come over, you know what I'm saying, to the apartment where me and my granny lived. And at the time it was me, my granny, and my uncle. We all lived together. And my big brother, he was pretty, you know, it was a doing boy stuff, you know what I'm saying? Rough housing with toys and things of that nature. Doing what boys do. And I just know that my grandmother tried to mention something to my mom about him breaking something of mine. And my mom got mad. You know what I'm saying? She took offense to that. And it was like it became her child against my granny's child. That's the way I seen it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Being a little kid, it was like, what the fuck? I didn't know what was going on. I just knew that my mom started having attitudes. My granny started having attitudes. They didn't get along anymore. And it was just, to me, it was craziness, right? But that's where it all started. It started with first my mom being jealous hearted. Then that happening with, you know what I'm saying, my brother. And then from then it just went downhill. So fast forward a little bit more, right? All right, so it got to a point where things started happening, you know what I'm saying, between me and my grandmother, you know what I'm saying, as far as like we start getting into arguments and just all kinds of things, right? But it was nothing too drastic, you know. Then, but my granny still wanted me to be around my mom, of course, even though they had their own differences, right? So she would still take me around my mom, still let me go spend the weekend or whatever. All right, so fast forward, things started getting really hectic when it got to this point. All right. My mother's jealousy started ramping up more and more. It's like the more she seen me, the more jealous she got, the more hatred she got. She got to a point where she told me, she was braiding my hair one day, drunk, you know. Mom drinks a lot. She's an alcoholic. So she's drunk. And I just remember like venting to her. I was probably like about shit. How old was I at that time? I might have been about 7 or 8 years old. I was venting to her about my grandmother and how she hurt my feelings. And I don't remember exactly what it was, what happened, but I was just venting, you know? And what I really needed at that time was just someone to just hold me and tell me it's going to be all right. Or something, you know what I'm saying? That's what I needed. But her being drunk, her being her, she tells me, oh, just put some Visine, put some drops of Visine in her drink and just kill her, right? Just kill her. I'm just like, what? I said, no, I don't want to do that. I said, first of all, I don't want to go to hell. Say you kill somebody, you're going to go to hell for that. I said, and then you're going to go to jail. She's talking about, no, you won't go to jail. You too young. They won't take you to jail. You just go like to juvenile or something. That's something you tell a 7 or 8 year old child, right? Like that shit crazy. That shit really fucked with me too. You know what I'm saying? I was a very emotional child. Very fucking emotional. So that shit really fucked with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, what the fuck? You know? Like I feel like I'm just around crazy motherfuckers. And by crazy motherfuckers, at that time I meant this crazy motherfucker, right? So I'm just like, what the fuck? And prior to that conversation, something else, man, that just proves her jealousy. She asked me that same day, this was before she brung up the try to kill my granny shit, right? That same day, she says to me, are you rich or are you poor? And I looked at her and I was like, and that's how she said it too. She was like, are you rich or are you poor? I was like, I'm neither. I said, I'm middle class. She said, ain't no such thing as middle class. You poor. Literally, that's what she told me. Because she was jealous. She hated the fact that my granny would buy me nice things. She would buy me toys. She would buy me clothes. She would take me places. She'd do nice things for me. My granny wasn't rich, but she had a rich heart. She had a rich spirit. She was very caring, very giving. You know what I'm saying? She got disability, you know what I'm saying? She used to be a social worker. My granny was a social worker. So she was getting her retirement disability. She wasn't rich, but she was very wise and very smart. And she knew how to stretch her money. She knew how to make things work with the little bit of money she had. And she did her best to raise me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, life with her wasn't perfect, but it was pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain. We had our, problems, but looking back, I see where a lot of our problems came from. The jealousy of my mom. All right. Now back to when she told me to kill my granny, right? I told her I wasn't going to do that. I can't do that. That's wrong. So my granny come pick me up later that after late evening, the sun was just getting ready to go down. I get in the car. My granny she had this spirit where she just knew something was wrong with me. She knew me. She knew something was wrong with me. I didn't say nothing. I got in the car. I was quiet. And all of a sudden, she just, she was getting ready to back out of the driveway. And all of a sudden, she just stopped the car. Right as she was like putting the car in reverse, she just stopped. Cause she was intuitive. My granny's very intuitive. And she said, "What's wrong with you?" I ain't say nothing. And she pulled the car back into the driveway to stop the car. She said, "What's wrong with you?" She said it about two more times. And then I just started crying. She was like, "Why are you crying? What happened? Did your mama hit you or something? What happened to you? Why are you crying?" I told her what happened. Told her everything. When I told her, she was mad. She was very upset. She was hurt and upset at the same time. She drove me to the house. She said, "We're going to fix this. We're going to fix this." She said, "She can't get away with doing that." She said, we're gonna press charges because that is threatening to kill somebody. That's serious shit. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to coerce a child into killing somebody, pretty much. So my granny did her thing. She, you know what I'm saying, wanted to take it to court. Fast forward to our court date. Early in the morning, I remember getting up. And I remember just feeling like someone right. I could feel it in my spirit. I always been a very intuitive person myself. You know what I'm saying? Very spiritual. Like I was telling y'all in one of my other videos, like I always been connected to God, to my angels, all that. So I felt something in my spirit went right. But we get in the car. Actually, before we even got in the car, as soon as I opened the passenger side, opened the car door, and I just smelled whiff of piss. I smelled piss. And I was like, I told my granny, I said, "You don't smell that?" At first, she didn't smell it, so she sat down in the car. She sat down, and she's like, "Yeah, you know what? I do kind of smell that." So I was like, okay, so I know I'm not tripping. But we go ahead, we start driving. She started driving, and I'm just, sitting there. I'm kind of nervous because I'm like, shit, I never been to court before. I'm just a kid. I'm like, shit, what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? But we on our way. My granny a fucking soldier. She get in the car. We drive out. All of a sudden, before we get on the freeway, the damn steering wheel comes off the car. In her hand. Right? She didn't panic. She sit back. She says, "I know your mama had something to do with this shit. I know she did." She said, "But we still gonna go to this damn court. She tried to do this so we won't go to court." So she pushes the steering wheel onto the steering column. And it was very hard for her to turn the wheel. I could see her struggling. She said, "We're not getting on the freeway because it's too dangerous." She said, "We're going to drive the side roads." She put the hazard lights on, and she took all her strength, and she turned the wheel every time she needed to turn it with all her strength. We made it to court. But guess what? My mom didn't show up, right? Fast forward. I don't even remember what happened with that court case, what happened with all that. I know that I didn't want to talk to my mom for a long time after that. I was hurt. I was really hurt. Fast forward. My grandmother wanted me to get back, close to my mom. She wanted me to talk to her. Because many times she would call. My granny made up with her eventually, which I thought was crazy. But I, honestly, I think she did some magic or some shit. But anyways, they finally start talking. Then my granny started trying to get me to talk to her. I ain't want to talk. Your mom want to talk to you. Get the phone. Da da da. I did not want to get that phone. I hate it. I hated to even hear that she called. It pissed me off so bad. Because all I could think about is this woman pretty much hurt me, ruined me, like with her evilness, wicked ass fucking shit. But as if that wasn't enough, guess what happens? I get to the point where I start talking to her. She calls one day just so she could break my heart. She's a fucking narcissist. Right? This point, I didn't know that my dad was my stepdad. I thought he was my birth dad, right? She calls me and she says, I got something to tell you. And she has this little snappy ass attitude. Like, what? Your daddy ain't your daddy. Michael ain't your daddy. What? And it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. You could tell that the way she did that shit, she wanted to hurt me, man. That was her fucking main goal. You know what I'm saying? That was her main goal. She wanted to tear me apart. Because she was jealous. She couldn't stand me. So, I'm pissed. Wasn't talking to her for a minute after that. I told her, I was like, shit, I'd have been better off and happier if you told me you wasn't really my mama. Shit, as a matter of fact, you ain't, motherfucker. That was my attitude. For real. I was like, you know what? You ain't even my mama. That's what's up. How about that? So, fast forward. Eventually, I forgave her. I got back close to her, or tried to anyway. Can you really get close to a damn demon? Not really. Not unless you want to get hurt some more. But anyways, so fast forward, I moved in with my mom for a little bit because me and my granny got into it. I go live with her a few times, right? This was probably like the first time was when I was like probably 14, 15. Then again, when I was like 16, 17. And on the first occasion, my mama figured a way to try to get me out of her apartment because she couldn't stand me being there. She hated me. So she lies and says that she about to get put out and evicted just so I could leave. That was her excuse. You're gonna have to go because they finna put me out. Lying like a motherfucker. I knew she was lying, but that's what's up. Second time, or one of the other times, because it might have been more than 2 times. It might have been like 3 times I lived with her. But each time it was some shit. And another time, she get mad because my granny come to pick me up and take me shopping. She tells me, you know, your granny is selfish, ma. She's selfish and you selfish. Y'all go shopping and didn't bring nothing for your brothers. What the fuck? You mad at me because my granny didn't buy them something. Those aren't her kids. Those aren't her grandkids. And why are you mad at me for how she spends her money? Like, how fucking retarded is that, right? You mad at me because she spends her money the way she wants to spend her money. As if that's my fault. I don't have no control over her fucking money. Like, that's how fucking retarded she thinks. Like, it's fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? And how her jealousy is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, what the fuck? You know? You know? So I'm like, well, shit, what you fucking mad at me for? Well, I know why, because you jealous spirit, jealous hearted, you know. Then she hauls off and tells me like she wouldn't give anybody she loved away to my grandmother. So you pretty much letting me know you hate me. Because you wouldn't give somebody you love to her. Right? So that was point blank, period. Like, I hate you in so many words. All right, so fast forward. I end up forgiving her and getting back cool with her. Shouldn't have did that. The thing about forgiveness is for you. You don't have to get back cool with these people you forgive. You forgive them and go on about your business. Don't never let a snake bite you twice. She a snake. I had dreams about her being a fucking snake. You know what I'm saying? And God was showing me a long time. She a fucking snake. Stay away from that motherfucker. So fast forward, I start going to school for massage therapy. At this time, my grandmother's real sick. She'd been sick for some years. Years she'd been sick. Looking back on it, I think I know why. The witch. That demon. But anyway, all that drama she caused. But I'm, doing my thing. You know, I love doing massage therapy. And when I started going to school for it, my granny told me, she said, "You going to school for massage therapy? Like, that's great, you know?" She told me she seen a commercial. And she was thinking, she said, "Before I seen this commercial, I was thinking to myself, what would be good for Kiki to do?" Well, she didn't call me Kiki. She called me by my government, Lakeisha. She was like, what would be good for Lakeisha to be doing? You know, and she said she seen that commercial and she said she thought to herself, that would be good. That would be a good job, a good career profession for her. And so when she told me that, after I told her I was going to start going to school for massage therapy, this was like before I went in to do my paperwork and everything. Shit, I was like, yo, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I was happy to hear that she thought that. And I was like, yeah, I felt like that was great for me too. And I think I seen it on TV. And I was like, yo, I want to do that. So I started going to school for it, right? And at this time, I was spending so much time studying. Like, I gave up clubbing and everything, man. I was in them books hard because when you go to school for massage therapy, it's pretty much like you becoming a fucking doctor. You got to study so much pathology, biology, clinical massage. You got to learn so much. I had at least about 6 or 7 freaking big ass books, right? So all my time went on studying. So check this out, right? My mom's calling me, my birth mom. She's calling early in the morning while I'm at school. My ringer is off. I either would silence my phone or turn it completely off when I was in class. And so I sit back, listen to my messages when I got out of class or whatever. She going off on the messages. You don't answer your phone, da 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 da. God love me, blah blah blah. And then she hang up. I'm like, what the fuck? So I call her, try to explain to her, yo, I was at school when you called. You go on irate all of my voicemail. I was in class, you know. She, oh, okay. So I explained to her what time I go to class, right? I guess she forgot. Because not only that, she called again. But this time, she literally says on my voicemail, "Oh, you love your granny. You love her more than you love me. I hope that bitch die." She literally said that shit on my voicemail, yo. Literally. She wishing death on my mama, the one who raised me, right? That's how fucking jealous hearted and evil. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker on some bullshit, right? So that shit fucked me up. When she said that shit, I ain't want to fucking talk to her at all. I was like, I ain't even calling her back this time. The last time I called her back, I was like, I ain't even calling her ass back. Because that's some evil shit. This motherfucker getting drunk and just going off the fucking rip. You know what I'm saying? And expect me to just be okay with it. And just, you know what I'm saying, act like nothing ever happened. Oh, fuck that. I'm tired of that shit. You speaking your evil ass witchery word witchery. You know what I'm saying? Evil shit. So I'm like, fuck that. I ain't fucking talking to her. I ain't fucking talking to her, man. Fuck that shit. I stopped talking to her for a minute, man. Started back talking to her probably close to a year later. Went back. Why the fuck did I do that? Why? Shouldn't have. Shouldn't have. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. I said all of that to say this. When you got somebody in your life that's toxic, I don't give a fuck who it is. Your mama, your daddy, your granny, your uncle, your grandpa, your cousin, whoever the fuck. It don't matter who it is. Blood is not thicker than water. Those who truly love you won't do you like that. They won't be on that evil shit. Stay away from them motherfuckers. Forgive them. Love them from a distance. It's better that way. Because the more you stay around them, the more they'll spew their toxicity on you. Right? That's all. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a little bit of my life. You know? It's not everything, but yo, I'm gonna tell y'all something else about that pissing shit. That's some type of ritualistic, evil, black magic shit. Because I'm gonna tell you something. You know, on that last video, I told you I had a vision of one of my neighbors coming and breaking my house. This same motherfucking neighbor came in my house. I let him in. Come to find out he's a gang stalker motherfucker. He's cool with the dude that live upstairs from me. All right, this motherfucker name is Keese. Well, that's his nickname. Little skinny motherfucker. I got a picture with him on Facebook. Little skinny motherfucker with a do-rag on. I might try to post a picture on one of these videos so y'all can see what this motherfucker look like. But this motherfucker was in my vision, breaking in my house. That same motherfucker, I let that motherfucker come in my house a couple times. He used my restroom. This bitch ass motherfucker pissed on my fucking toilet bowl seat and on the floor. That's some kind of ritualistic shit. Before a lot of these witches do shit to try to fuck you over, they piss either in your car or in your house on the floor. Like they trying to mark their territory. I don't know what kind of witchery shit it is, but I know it's some witch, because I'm looking back at it and I'm thinking back to the time where that shit happened with the car with my grandmother, okay? AKA my mommy, my real mommy. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at that shit. That's that same fucking shit. So y'all tie up the knots or tie up the loose ends with that. If y'all ever get in your car and it smell like piss, don't drive that motherfucker. Because 9 times out of 10, some witch or warlock and did some type of evil ass magic to try to fuck your life up in one way or another. All right? That's another heads up that I've learned. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So watch out for that. If you smell piss, if somebody piss around your shit, it's some witchery shit. All right? It's some evil witchery shit. All right? So that's that. But I've just noticed so many things. And you know what? A couple years after my mom said that shit about my granny did pass. And my mom seemed like she was so happy about the shit. She's like, me come over. Like she's gonna come over and console me. But that ain't true. She got on the fucking phone, probably with one of her damn witch doctor friends or some shit. Talking about, yeah, she dead. The way she said that shit, just evil. You feel me? Yeah, she dead. I know that motherfucker. I know that motherfucker has something to do with that shit. I feel it in my spirit. I feel it in my spirit. I do. Like I said, God already showed me that motherfucker snake in my fucking dreams. I seen that motherfucker snake shit. Yeah. Yeah. But God knows. Yeah. My granny know too. Yeah, everybody know. Everybody in the spirit realm know what's up. So she can lie, put on this little face like she's some Christian. She ain't no fucking Christian. She a demon. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? She pretend well. Narcissistic, demonic witch. That's what the fuck she is. I don't care what nobody say. I know the truth. My granny know, God know, everybody know that. Everybody know that need to know. Put it like that. But anyway, I share with y'all part of my story. I hope it helps somebody. I hope it sheds some light. And when I did this for myself, I did this for my grandmother. May she rest in peace. I love you. I love you, Granny. Always. No matter what. Peace out, y'all. I love y'all. I'm out.